Welcome to Morally Corrupted show here on the Ringer Reality feed. I'm Rachel Lindsay. She's Chelsea Stark-Jones. We're back. To be fair, Chelsea makes me take off. Okay?
You know what? Because, Rachel, you deserve it. You deserve some time away. We all deserve a little bit of time away.
Technically, you're my boss, and I appreciate
I don't
that,
like when people say that.
but it's true. And she's a boss bitch. And I appreciate that you're like, because I'm like, oh, I'm going on vacation. I can bring my equipment. And you're like, no.
Like, who wants to be?
I don't want to, but I also have a job to do. I'm a millennial. Like, we do the work.
I'm a millennial too. Maybe I've done the work.
You're a good
and
boss.
like I've been grounded down to the steel, and now I'm just like, I don't want people to overwork themselves. I don't want you to be in Cabo in a hotel room, holed up while your girlfriends are doing all you could drink down at the pool, and you're up with a mic.
Excuse me, I was in a villa.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. In the villa.
We called our trip Real Housewives of Costas Palmas. Is it Palmas? I think that's what
that was the resort you stayed at?
Yeah. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is so Real Housewives. Like anytime something would happen, and let me make sure this is the name of the thing. I kept saying things would happen, and I kept acting, Costas Palmas. I kept acting like I was in an ITM.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then everything changed. As soon as we ordered the churros, everything changed.
Okay.
Like I would literally break off. They were like, are you okay?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are your girlfriends Housewives fans? Because like
some of them,
most of my girlfriends don't watch Bravo, and like that is a point of contention. So like when I went to Puerto Vallarta for my bachelorette, they didn't understand like whooping it up. They didn't understand.
That's a shame.
Yeah, so it was just like,
that's a shame.
This is hard.
Not everybody in the group got it,
Yeah,
but enough to where I could be like, they understood the Real Housewives. Like we were all calling ourselves the Real Housewives at that point. So anytime something would happen, we're like, and then that's when this, this. And then she took one more shot of tequila, and that's the last thing that she remembers. It was so much fun to do that. I love girl trips. They're so great.
Well, I'm glad you got some R&R.
I got some R&R. Much needed. I've been traveling a lot. I'm back. I'm back for a while. If I'm traveling again, it's for work. But I'm back. Back, ready to talk Bravo. I feel like, so we had this week off. It was Wellness Week.
Mm-hmm.
Something we appreciate that the powers that be do here.
Yes. Salute.
I said thank you before you even said anything.
You know it's coming.
Excuse me. But a lot happened in the world. A lot happened in the Bravo world. Like things were happening. I was like, oh, I wish I just had a microphone and a recorder so I could just go. But nonetheless, here we are now, and let's get into them to talk about it. A lot of things to talk about, a lot of heavy things to talk about. We'll start with Jax is not returning to the Valley for season 3. So this is one of those, do you want the good news or do you want the bad news? The good news is we're getting a season 3.
I guess that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
The bad news is, maybe for some, and maybe not, it could also be good news for you, is that Jax won't be a part of that season. And so I think the viewers are split. And I'm curious as to your decision on this. I think the viewers are split as to, we like the drama. We like the mess. It's part of being a Bravo fan. However, there's been talk about how dark it's been surrounding Jax.
Yeah.
And there have been calls from the audience in regards to production about, hey, this is becoming too much. He shouldn't be a part of this season. Where do you stand on this?
The latter. I think that he is problematic. And I think we've spoken about it on the show. We're watching Brittany get abused in a relationship, like not in real time because it happened several months ago, but this is an abusive relationship. And so to highlight it and document it in any way, I think is wrong. And with someone like Jax, having him on the show is rewarding him for his bad behavior. And he's not going to change as long as he like gets this platform to spin and talk about his POV about like anytime he thinks like he says he's wrong about something, there's always a but, there's always a reason why I did it. There's always Brittany did this first, or Brittany did this and whatever. It's never taking accountability and like enacting actual change in his life and behavior. So yeah, I do think he needs time away. I don't think he will ever actually change. I mean, he had time away when he got kicked off of Vanderpump Rules. He was
Oh,
on
yeah,
reality
he
TV
did.
for a long time, and he maybe
Came
got
back
worse.
worse.
So,
Time off might not be his friend,
it
but
might
rehab
not.
may, real rehab.
Yeah, whatever he was in was not that. I don't
Also,
know.
speaking of that, I just said real rehab and it made me think I saw this clip of Nick Viall talking and he was like, all the people on the valley suck. He
Oh,
was like,
I saw the clip. I didn't hear him expand on it, but I was
they
like,
didn't really. And it's kind of like we're critical of people on the show
mhm,
because like we watch these silly shows and it's ridiculous and the drama's ridiculous and we get caught up into it. But I don't know. I was actually shocked for the platform that he has and the new deal that he posted on his social media and let everybody know that he has, which I get it, you should be proud, that's incredible. You will never hear me say that Nick doesn't deserve, as critical as people want to be, he's got people that love him and hate him, which
mhm,
I think is a sign of success
yeah,
because people hate listen, hate watch.
mhm,
But I have seen the hustle and the grind from the beginning to where he is now, so you will never hear me say that he does not deserve the success he has, because he does.
mhm,
However, because you have that success, to me, he's like on another level.
yeah.
So for him to be like, say something like, everybody sucks over there, it was like, that's what's the word? What kind of take is it? It's a stupid take.
A hot take?
It's a stupid take. No, because it's like you're better than that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
you provide what I think people appreciate is you provide the male perspective, which you don't
mhm,
always get in these
mhm.
reality
Straight male
shows.
perspective.
And there's a level of depth as much as I guess there can be
Yeah,
and maybe some nuance
mhm.
and a different perspective, but just to be like they all suck. I was like it was like saying like they're poopy or
Yeah,
something. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I was just like, come on, you're better than that.
yeah, it wasn't it was very a childish
There's
take.
the word.
Yes, because yeah, like let's use a larger vocabulary. They do suck, but like why do they suck?
And they
uh,
don't all suck.
and they don't all
And
suck.
I take offense because Jasmine was on your season. And you like he didn't specifically in the clip I say address Jasmine, but it's
Yeah.
like Jasmine and Melissa, like what? And then like shit on Jason. He has
Jason kind of sucks right
he has
now.
no backbone with his
Yeah.
wife, but
Yeah.
like I he doesn't suck.
No, I think the issue with the
He's
Valley is that I don't actually I enjoy it. I think
I enjoy it too.
I don't really see many issues with the Valley. I think a lot of it is fan commentary, and it is dark, and it is dark in large part because of Jax. And so I
Yes, it's
think removing
Jax.
him from the show will allow for a little bit more levity and a little bit more fun. I think having both Nia and Kristen as new moms will be interesting.
Mhm.
I think Janet I guess Janet was a new mom. We didn't really get to see
We
much
can't
of
even
it.
focus on it because she's
Yeah.
talking still about the tequila in the
Yeah,
closet.
I think Janet to me is the biggest problem about this season. It's like the things that she holds on to are just so minuscule in the grand scheme of things.
Mhm.
And like I hated her continuing to bring up the Danny, Jasmine, Melissa thing when it seems like Jasmine and Melissa don't want to talk about it. So
Yeah.
like why are you continuing to bring it up?
And then be like, "I'm using the legal term for it,
Yeah.
sexual assault." I'm sorry. When and where did you get your law degree from?
Yes.
Like, you're married to a lawyer, and he's not even saying that term. You knew it was triggering. You know the connotations that comes with that. I'm not agreeing with what Danny did at all,
No.
but the victims of it
Mhm.
have made amends with. I use a Law and Order term here. The perp.
I the Bravo docket Instagram account, they're like two lawyers that are obsessed with Bravo. They even like pointed out like women who are married to lawyers don't use that I'm married to a lawyer phrase. Like let's look at Erica Jane who kept saying like I'm married to a lawyer so I understand legal like
Oh, every time,
yeah,
yeah.
you don't want to go
Well,
down
yeah,
that rabbit
that went
hole.
well.
Yeah, exactly. Like use that as a thing. But also like explaining like how dangerous using that term was in that moment.
Yeah.
And someone else pointed out too, like Kristen, her freaking out about that, like also was like a reflection of or like a callback. I'm using the wrong word, but of the whole her and Faith thing and like how using some like wrong term or like verbiage around it was like
Mhm.
detrimental to, because I think Faith came after her and Stassi and like a lot of the people for, was it defamation or something like that.
It
So like,
wasn't that, but well, it might have been defamation, but they definitely accused and alluded to Faith
yeah,
doing
something.
illegal crimes.
Yes. And so like I think Kristen has sensitivities of it because of how what she experienced and how she what her previous actions did. And so Janet using that same term, like she's like, you don't understand the ramifications of like using sexual assault in this way or something like
Yeah.
that.
I just said
Um
illegal crime, sorry, I mean
yeah.
crime.
Crime is illegal.
I couldn't get out of that out of my head that I just said that. Um, yeah, I know we're going off a tangent and we're not, the recap shows Friday, make sure you tune in to that, but I don't know. I just thought about it. I talked about the Nick Vile comment, it made me think of that. And it's just interesting because as much of an enemy as Jesse was at the top of the show
Yeah.
this season, he's kind of faded into the background because one, there's stupid storylines that we're holding on to for too long, but then also the darkness surrounding Jax. Jax's team made a statement and he said, after an incredibly challenging year and many honest conversations with my team and producers, I'll be stepping away from the next season of The Valley. Right now, my focus needs to be on my sobriety, my mental health, and co-parenting relationship. Taking this time is necessary for me to become the best version of myself, especially for our son, Cruz. Now, clearly, this is a statement in my opinion, that he was going to be removed anyway from the
Mhm.
season, and they gave him the respect, or I guess let him hold on to his dignity to make a statement, making it seem like it was his decision. We see this time and time again when it comes to Bravo celebrities that depart from the show. And it's interesting when he's like, I need to focus on my sobriety, mental health, and co parenting. It's like, that's what you were supposed to be doing on the
Yeah.
show. I think that there was a lot of public pressure with to the production company, from probably the cast members, maybe from Brittany, the audience, whatever it may be, that were like, there's no change. Season 3, he'll be the same way.
Mhm.
We don't need to be subjected to it, and neither is Brittany or anybody else again. And neither does Jax. Like, you truly need to be better. You need to be in an inpatient facility, no phone, no contact, no social, nothing,
Yeah.
where you truly can focus on these things. Want, especially for the last line, especially for our son Cruz, for the sake of Cruz more than anything else, I hope you are on a journey to recovery. But I don't think he should ever come back to the show.
I don't think he should ever be on reality TV again. If it's
Ever.
for the health of for himself and for his son, I don't think it serves him in any way, shape, or form. I 100% agree with production had agreed that this was going to be his last time. They were going to give him the out and stuff like that. They've gotten so much backlash from fans, specifically saying, like, you are normalizing his abuse by letting him speak to it. And I
Mhm.
think Alex Baskin's response to that was like, we're just trying to share both sides of it. But it was trying to normalize. I
Yeah.
mean, like when you're allowing him to say what his thoughts are and feelings are about this, it is normalizing it. And
Yeah.
like I haven't seen one Bravo take online that was in defense of Jax. So I appreciate we have
Yeah.
sophisticated enough viewers to understand like he is problematic and he does not need to be on this platform.
For sure.
But yeah, it definitely it is time for him to go. I'm not sad to see him go. Like I don't think him leaving is going to make the show bad in any way.
I don't think it'll make it bad because of things that you pointed out with the new moms. Clearly there's a rift in the relationships because of Janet and Jason.
Mhm.
We didn't have Jax for a while, and it was fine. And it won't stop Brittany from talking about her life, which does involve Jax.
Mhm.
Now, if there was some type of gag order where she can't, then I do think that it impacts the show. But to see Brittany date and not be afraid to do that,
Mhm.
to live her life for the first time out loud, to see who Brittany is without a Jax, hovering over her will be nice.
Yeah, that's
But then
true.
to also make not the ghost of Jax, but just he will be a character without being a character,
Yeah.
a castmate on the show because she's still linked to him.
Yeah. I'm sure we might even get like, y'all, Jax just rage text me again because I went on a date, and so we might still
Yeah.
get a lot of
Or
that.
Jesse might be like, I just talked to Jax or
Yeah.
whatever it may be. So, but it also opens the door for new people. And I think the question is, you know, Lala has not been present this season, but
No.
Sheena Shay has. And so the question is, will Sheena Shay, we know that she's been gunning for it, right? She's moved to the Valley. We filmed at her house multiple times. She's gotten involved in the mess. She's been called on the phone to verify a rumor. She's friends with exes and like they've already, and they keep saying like Sheena's like 1 degree away from everybody or everything goes through Sheena or Sheena knows people. She is a friend of Janet. So that's an ally for Janet
Mhm.
when it doesn't seem like she has as many because Michelle is, but Michelle's quiet.
Yeah.
So there is room for her. I'm just such a stickler of separating the Valley and Vanderpump
Mhm.
that I don't want her there.
It's interesting to me because it's obvious she filmed a lot this season,
Mhm.
and they only really use her scenes and flashbacks. We've gotten just a handful of like in the moment scenes of hers, and for the most part it's been like, well, Sheena said this, and then we'll get a flashback of it at her house, and it's like, oh, it looks like they shot a whole scene with their kids and all this stuff. We're only getting like little snippets. So I'm curious as to like why production edited
We don't
her
need
in that
her.
way. But, like, so much does seem to revolve around her and the drama and, like, Sheena said this or, "Oh, I heard this from Sheena." I think the stuff with Janet and stuff like that. Like, it feels like she is very instrumental in a lot of their
So
lives
let's
and
do what Jesse and
friendships.
Michelle did. Call her on the phone.
I look, maybe Jax leaving opens the door for opportunity for Sheena to return without me being angry about it. I'm not in on Lala yet. Like, I actually have been
No.
appreciating the break from Lala. I think she's going to be in this week's episode and she has her baby. So, like, I think we haven't seen her a lot because she like, just gave birth.
Mm,
But I don't need Lala to come back. I am curious about Sheena and Brock, the Brock of it all.
I'm
Like,
not.
I I kind of want to know. I kinda want like, I kind of like
What do you want to know? Do you believe it?
that he had an
I
affair.
saw, and I wish I could give a shout out to the TikToker who did it. I saw something on TikTok that made me I'm starting to believe the conspiracy theories. They're like, Sheena Shay was on the same bandwagon as Lala when it came to Ariana, you are ruining our
Yeah,
show because you are not being open
yeah.
about your life. That's what this show is. Our show's going to end. So to know that
She had
Sheena
this.
had this and wasn't doing it, it would explain if this is true. She did seem erratic the whole season,
Yes.
but it's also like you're the biggest hypocrite because you got on to Ariana while you were holding on to the secret. And for what? To sell books? We already know about it. I don't even need to buy the book to read it. Or maybe you never intended for it to come out because you were embarrassed with Barack. I just said Barack. With Brock's past, with his other family. You wanted to paint him as this.
Reformed man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he wasn't. He did it while she was pregnant, right?
Yeah.
That's wild. It's
It's
bad anyway, but my God, she's carrying your child.
yes. No, no, no.
That's sucky.
It's sucky. So her rationale, which I think is complete BS, is that the reason why she didn't share it when she had the chance to was because everyone says that she finds a way to make things about herself. And if she would have brought this up during that season, everyone would have been like, Sheena, there you go
Ariana
again,
would have
making it
welcomed it.
about yourself. Exactly. It would have taken the heat off
See?
of Ariana.
Now I don't believe her.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the conspiracy theorist.
Wait, what's the conspiracy?
That it
That it's
never
not true?
happened. It's not
Okay.
true. It didn't
Okay.
happen. They're like, why would she sit on this? She would never not, I could see both sides, but like after you just told me that, I'm going back to the other side, the
I
dark
think
side.
it leans more true that she didn't share it, not because of the everything I make everything about myself thing. I would think she would not have shared it because people would have been like, "That's the karma that you get for Brandy and Eddie Cibrian. Like, that's where I think if she were that's the line I would have gone with is like, I didn't share it because everyone already thinks I'm a homewrecker, and then this happens to me, and then I would have had no sympathy because they would have said I deserved it.
That's one
That
way.
that makes more sense to me than like everyone says everything's about me and like
No, that's
yeah.
why I don't believe it. What you just said is a good thing. What I said about how, everybody was already judging Brock and there were all these rumors circulating and I didn't, we had dealt with it and I didn't want to add to it or play into it and I was embarrassed. Like those things make sense.
Yeah.
That excuse she gave doesn't. So I'm going to the dark side. I want to be irrational on this. I don't know if I believe it. I think it's something that Lee opens the door for her to get into
Back on TV
back on
in a more
TV.
full-time way.
And because just like you just said, you fell right into the trap, Chelsea. I want to know more.
I'm curious. Look,
I
I
know
want
what
to see
he's a
her
cheater.
home.
He's a cheater. I would have wanted to see you work through it. I would have wanted
Yeah.
to see you. We wouldn't have seen you find out, but like you have this irrational thought, like because you are still dealing with it. Or no, Brock, I'm not hiring a babysitter so you can go out and hit the streets and cheat on me again. You're going to stay home with Summer because you cheated on me. It makes sense. She didn't want a babysitter, right?
No,
I'm not saying her
yeah.
anxiety wasn't real. Surrounded having a stranger come in, I probably would have the same, but she might have been like, nah,
Yeah.
you're going to sit at home and take
Yeah.
care of Summer. You cheat.
You cheat. I mean, yes, that would have made the season. I mean, we could have had a follow-up season if she were truthful there. I 100% agree. And I'm also curious as to when Lala knew. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
expect Lala to throw her friend under the bus, but hey, she could have. But did Lala know? Like, did Sheena share it with her when they were
she just said
filming?
she knew before, but didn't say when.
Yeah, I know, which is like to me tells me she knew when they were filming and
Oh,
she
see,
chose
I
not to say anything.
I don't think she knew when they were filming. But you know what, Sheena Shay? If you want to come on here and have an honest conversation about the book, I'll read it. The book, what went down surrounding it, I may change my mind and be an advocate for you on the Valley. I'm just saying.
I mean, she's good she's interesting TV.
No, I don't think so anymore.
You're over. Okay.
I don't think so anymore.
I wouldn't be
She
mad at
wasn't
it.
interesting the last season of the Valley. I mean, of Vanderpump Rules.
I mean, because she was trying to hide.
Allegedly. Allegedly. Okay, we spent such a long time on that because the Valley is just so good. I love that the rundown says another less interesting Bravo exit. And that is Will Kulp from Southern Hospitality announced he was leaving the show. Don't think we really needed an announcement. I've caught up on Southern Hospitality. He was already half in, half out because he's
Yeah.
in law school. But a lot of the drama surrounded his relationship with Emmy, who they're now engaged off camera. That happened. But he didn't show up to the reunion. So I think it was kind of obvious.
Yeah.
But the drama has been surrounding his relationship with Emmy and whether or not she can trust him. And her reactions are so intense that adds to the drama of it all. I wish he would have been at the reunion.
Yeah.
I do wish he was a part of this season, maybe in a part-time way.
In the same way he was in the previous season.
Right.
Yeah.
But I do wish that this season would not center just around them and everybody starting rumors. We've gone through 2 seasons of that.
Yeah.
So it might be better that he steps away because it opens the door for some other storylines to pop up.
Yeah. As I was writing the outline, I was like, I know Rachel's caught up on Southern Hospitality, but is she gonna even know who Will is?
Yeah. Because I caught up recently.
I was like, he's so irrelevant to the plot. Like the plot is around him and Emmy, but he's so irrelevant. And I agree 1000% he should have been at the reunion.
He dropped a bomb on another castmate the night before.
And just
and
wasn't
then
there. Like
didn't show up
got
to deal with his
nervous.
stuff and left his girlfriend at the time to deal with all the hate and the criticism, the opinions, left her by herself, dropped the information, then left her deal with all his shit from the season. Congratulations, Will. Now you can go cheat off camera and not have your castmates hold you accountable for it.
That's what
That's really what's happening.
That's what pissed me off about the whole thing was Emmy went to bat for you all season long. And I do think he probably wasn't as loyal as he probably should have been to her. Like, I don't know if it was sleeping with someone, if it was flirting or whatever. Like,
Yeah, he wasn't
he
loyal.
wasn't loyal.
Let's also not forget the season starts off with him shitting on her
Oh,
to a bar full of their friends,
multiple times on
talking about
different occasions.
like that she works out too much, that she
She's
cares
too
about things that he
skinny.
doesn't care about, that she's like, it's like she stopped drinking, she works out all the time, probably to distract herself from the fact that she's not in a long distance relationship with
Yeah.
you, or from whatever else or that
Yeah.
she is in a long distance relationship with you. Like finding a hobby in something else. Like
Like
this
a
is
healthy hobby.
yeah, this is something she takes pride in, and
Yeah.
you're shitting on it about her.
Yeah, he's awful. He's awful. And she had to defend him all season long. And then to
Disgusting.
culminate in like her having to be on that stage and defend him when he was in New York, but at the very last minute chose not to be present at the actual reunion is just bullshit to me.
Disgusting.
He's a low life man. But I do also agree. The season does not need to revolve around Will and Emmy. So maybe removing them or him will allow the other hospitalitiers, whatever they're called, to share a little bit more about their lives.
Yeah, let's focus on Maddie and Joe. That's not gonna last.
No, I'm surprised they're still a thing. Do
She needs an
do you
assistant.
like Joe?
No,
Okay, I don't like him either.
I don't like
He's
most of
too
them.
clingy. Who do you like?
On that show?
Yeah.
Mia.
Oh, I like Mia too. But I wonder if she's coming back.
Probably just Mia. I don't mind Maddie, but Mia.
Okay. I like Mia. I like Maddie. She is a little weird.
I
I
like
like
Leva.
TJ. Hot dog guy.
He's
Wieners.
too messy for me.
I like that.
It's an annoying messy to me.
Okay.
And like when he's confronted with the opportunity to I guess discuss what it is he's been messy about, he always fails. It's like
Yeah.
you're not communicating it right. Like, and then it gets lost in translation, and then it doesn't come out the way that it needs to, and it makes things more confusing. Nah, I did find it interesting that the friendships run through him. Like he
Yeah.
kind of brought everybody together,
Yeah.
because I wouldn't have thought that, but
He's also older than them
it's really
too.
just Mia and his.
And
Oh my gosh, and the new guy. We love the
oh, I
manager.
love the manager. What's his name?
Leva, the manager, Mia. That's it for me.
Okay. I like them. Yeah, Joe Bradley's not. He's not it.
He's no personality.
He's boring.
He's
And
none.
he's so clean, like the cleanest to
Maddie. I was
Maddie
shocked
is
by that. We didn't know
I
that
was
until.
too.
I mean, I want a man to be obsessed with me as well, so that's probably why he's still around. And he's like an assistant. But probably runs her social media as well. But it would get old. That level of it would become old
like
after a while.
like do your own thing. Like, what are you doing?
Okay, let's make a hard turn to
Hard
more
turn.
serious news. Now, we sat here and reported, it was breaking news, that Denise Richards and Aaron Pfeiffer, still not sure if that's how you say his last name, but again, I repeat, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
We reported that they were getting a divorce. Now the divorce has gone so nasty, with allegations being thrown from both Denise and from Aaron. I mean, it is rough. So we know that she filed a couple of weeks ago. She is now alleging that he physically and verbally assaulted her throughout their marriage. She posted evidence of a nasty black eye, a photo of that. She filed a temporary restraining order against him. And in this petition, which was filed just a few days ago, she said, and I quote, Aaron would frequently, violently choke me, violently squeeze my head with both hands. It's crazy. Tightly squeeze my arms, violently slap me in my face and head, aggressively slam my head into the bathroom towel rack, threaten to kill me, hold me down with his knee on my back to the point where I would have to plead with him to get off me so that he would not kill me, and he would hack into my laptop and phone and download all of my text messages. So I already told you that she included the photo of the black eye. She included another photo as well. Of course, Aaron, we have to say this, is denying all of these allegations, and he has made his own accusations against her as well. First, he said he never physically or emotionally abuse anyone. Should be noted that he did not say verbally.
Mhm.
He is accusing Denise of abuse as well. Or no, he's denying the abuse, but he's saying that Denise cheated on him throughout their marriage. And he said that they were going to work through, I guess, maybe this last affair. Because recently I saw that he said it was throughout the marriage. It wasn't just
Yeah.
one time. But I guess after this last time, he was going to work through the affair. But then they had this big fight on the 4th of July. And she claimed that he did abuse her verbally and
Yeah.
physically. Now, with all of this coming out, of course, Bravo fans do what they do. They go back and they start looking at the footage or different things that have said or social media to see if they could see maybe there were signs of
Mhm.
this. And one scene stands out more than the
Yeah.
rest.
Yeah. So that one is, I forget, it was definitely at Kyle's house. I'm trying to remember what the premise of the fight was. I think it was because the women were talking about sex in front of their kids or something like that.
Mhm.
And they're leaving, and Aaron, like, he wants the mics off him. He's holding her hand, and I think he says, like, "Stop fucking talking before I break your hand," or something like
Yeah,
that.
and he's squeezing her hand
Yeah.
and she's saying, the cameras are on. We're
We're
mic'd, we're
yes,
mic'd, we're mic'd,
yes.
we're mic'd. Like,
Don't
you can hear her scared of like, "Oh my god, don't say anything more. I'm
Yeah.
afraid of what you're about to say.
Yeah.
It's gonna get out."
It's gonna get out.
That's like the instant like, that's the sentiment behind it.
Yes. And I mean, fans always felt weird about Aaron. Like,
We didn't get it.
no, we did
Other
not
than
get
he had
it.
a big dick, allegedly, we didn't get it.
Yeah, that it's just he's a little off, he's weird. What was it?
Where did this man come from? What
Yeah.
was that belief he had? He had some
It's
kind
like
of
CIA was following him or something like
yeah,
that.
there's
Like,
something he has weird conspiracy theorist type
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. So he was never well liked amongst the Bravo fandom. This is horrible.
Yeah.
I'm when we first addressed it, especially when we first addressed it, we saw the divorce. He was trying to come after her for like alimony and money and stuff like that. And like, we thought he was a pig for that. And then to now know that he allegedly also was abusive throughout their marriage and is still trying to come after her for money and to support his lifestyle, quote unquote, lifestyle, is even more disgusting. Look, I don't know much about tells and legalities and stuff, but he did, in her filing, she said that they got in a really bad fight on the 4th of July in which he threw her down the stairs and stuff like that. And then he kind of, to me, corroborated that by in his thing saying we did get in a fight on the 4th of July. So like he didn't say what he did, but he did say it culminated in a fight on the 4th of July. So like there was an argument that happened that day. Was it as extreme as Denise says? I
Mhm.
tend to believe that, but um I'm glad that she is getting herself out of the situation
Yeah.
because it sounds like she was living in fear for a
Yeah,
while.
and let's not forget she's got children around
Yeah,
as well. Um, I
especially a daughter with special needs too.
right,
Yeah.
that he never adopted.
Yeah.
I mean, this man sounds like an absolute monster. Divorce is hard in itself. The fact that she was going through all of this during the marriage, it sounds like the marriage was hard too. Every time a story comes out about this now, it's crazy. You've got people on his side speaking and saying, "Oh, she got that black eye because she's an alcohol problem." It's just like getting really like we broke the news and it's like, wow, oh my gosh, this is, they're getting a divorce. But then when it gets like this and the allegations start coming from different sides and it's so
Yeah.
messy, it's like we don't need to know this.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to know that she's okay,
Mhm.
but we don't need to know the ins and outs
Yeah.
because it's just we shouldn't be privy to the details of the divorce. We know you're getting divorced and that's it.
Especially
And I'm
like
probably biased, but I'm just saying.
but also the allegations of his abuse came out first. And then for your response to be like, "When I didn't do it too, she cheated on me," it's just so gross to me. And I realize, and this is, you could maybe speak to this too, like a media tactic in a way
Oh,
of,
yeah.
so she throws out, I don't want to say throws out. So the allegations of abuse come out. And then within hours, I feel like he says she cheated on me. So when you search Denise Richards, the first few stories are going to be Aaron says Denise cheated throughout their marriage,
Yeah.
because that's the last piece of
Yeah.
news that came out, as opposed to it being Denise Richards alleges abuse in marriage with Aaron Pfeiffer's.
Yeah.
And like that to me is like fucked up. Like when I was creating the outline, I was like Googling things. I was like, why is that buried?
Yeah.
And it's strategic.
Men like Aaron and my ex want to win the favor in the court of public opinion.
Yeah.
They want to be, whether they don't want the truth to come out. You know, in Denise's situation, it was it's allegations of abuse, verbally, emotionally, physically. In my situation, it was that he's a deadbeat. And they don't want these things to come out. So they try to, use the media as a way to, sway people's
Garner favor.
opinions and
Yeah.
garner favor. And the truth will eventually come out. It never works out the way it should be. And you're right for that reason. When you Google, this happens. I remember there was a point in my divorce where my ex was awarded temporary spousal support. Like the articles were in your favor. There were people who don't understand the law who were like, wow, well, if the judge gave this, then he must be deserving of it, which it's more complicated than that. And what does he do? Goes on social media and teases a 3-part series with this bumfuck divorce coach who is gonna like tell it all. People hated that. Like it always goes out wrong. Or, I sent the first payment and I called him a leech. No one would have known that. But he wanted people to hate me.
Yeah.
And so he filed a court order. And then, of course, tipped the media off that this was filed, not court order, a motion, and tipped it off. And then they're writing an article about it. And then that backfired. Like it always, when that's the goal, to use the media as like a weapon, it always backfires.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if the intention is going to ever be right or wrong, but it's just, the lie is wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The motivation is wrong.
Yeah. And especially in this sense, or in the landscape that we're into, it's like I do feel, for the most part, a lot of media not a lot of media consumers. I do feel like a lot of people that are consuming this are sophisticated enough to see through a lot of the bullshit. And so it's like you think I'm dumb. You think I'm dumb to believe the last lie that you put out. And it's also just like a thing in an argument too. It's like, well, if I get the last word, then I won the fight. And so it's like I'm going to just throw this out there,
Yeah.
and therefore I win because I said it last.
Yeah.
And whatever. And it's just like it's
No.
a certain type of man.
Certain type of man.
Certain type of man.
The smallest man who ever lived.
Yes. Not you quoting Taylor
But not
Smith.
man. Let me not make that singular. To the smallest men that ever lived.
Yes.
All right. In other news, Kandi Burruss is to receive the second Housewife Achievement Award. I almost feel like to receive that award, you cannot be currently on a season, because Vicky got the first one. And now Kandi is the second recipient of it.
Like a
Well
retirement
deserved.
award.
Well
Yeah.
deserved. I mean, she was on the show for 13 seasons. She's been on, I did not realize she started second season of Atlanta. I really
Yeah.
thought she came in midway, but she's been there a long time. And not only has she been there, she's passed the torch on to her daughter,
Yeah.
who's becoming a superstar in her own right over there on Next Gen NYC. This was announced on Watch What Happens Live, which she did with her daughter Riley. And the award will be presented at this year's BravoCon, which is back in November.
Back in November. Yeah. I didn't think of it being awarded to a housewife that's no longer on their show.
Is it a compliment?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Is it to say, I don't know, I just thought this just popped in my head. Do I want to be known for being on reality TV for 13 years?
See, I don't look at Kandi that way.
I don't either, because Kandi's literally on the path to become an EGOT.
Yeah.
But I do wonder, and like with Vicky, you've built a multi-million-dollar successful company. I wonder what, and maybe Andy said it, I didn't see the actual announcement, but I wonder what goes into getting the Lifetime Achievement Award, because these women are both successful on screen and off screen. And I wonder if that plays into it. I more so say that in the sentiment of, if this is all I was known for, is that a compliment? I don't know.
I think, at least for the first two recipients, I think it's a compliment. And I think Vicky sees it as like, as
I think for
successful
them it
as
works.
Vic huh?
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah, for Vicky, as successful as she is with her insurance company, like, I think she takes pride in being a housewife
For sure.
so much.
For
So,
sure.
like, this is
Bring her
like
back.
yes. With Kandi, she is so successful outside of being a housewife, and she runs in circles that I think are, far from housewife land that I don't know. I don't see her as just a housewife, and I think she doesn't see herself as just a
Mm.
housewife. So, like, I think she sees it as a compliment. Um, and and she also, I feel like she has, like, a really fond and good relationship with Andy and
Mhm.
with the network. So, like, I think she feels like this is something I earned and deserve. And she has used the platform beautifully
Yes,
with
she
all of her
has.
projects
She
and all of her
has multiple
things.
shows. You're
Yes.
right.
So,
If this is so we're stepping into 2026. We're jumping into the future. It's
mm,
November 2026.
okay.
And it's time to start considering who's going to get the Housewife Achievement Award. Who are you giving it to? And if we're going with the same theme of they're not currently on a show, who are you giving it to? Two
Okay.
come to mind:
What cities are you thinking? New York?
New York and New Jersey.
Oh, Teresa and Bethany?
No, that not Bethany. I was
Uh,
going to say Luann.
Luann. I thought Luann. Luann makes sense to me. Um, she's likable, she's favorable. I don't think they would do it to Bethany because of her reality reckoning
Yeah,
stuff.
no,
Like
then that
that
it's
bridge
not
is
Bethany.
burned. Luann and Teresa. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if New Jersey stands where it currently stands and they don't bring it back, yeah, Teresa for sure.
Mhm.
Teresa before Luann.
Mhm. Cuz this is almost like a retirement
Yeah,
award
yeah,
because I did see Candy say that, never say never, but she just doesn't see a world where she would come back.
yeah.
So I think this is also, God forbid, Vicky. Y'all know I want Vicky back,
I want Vicky back.
but I don't know. I feel like when you get this award,
You're
it's kind
hanging
of
it
like
up.
we're.
See, Teresa, I don't think would want the award if that is what
That's
it
how I see it.
signifies. Sure, but Teresa would not. I don't. I think Teresa still wants to be on television.
No, she does.
So if she gets this award and it means like she's no longer going to be on Bravo, like she would
She
turn it
does,
down.
and Luann does too
Yeah,
because we just saw her do the Love Hotel show.
yeah, yeah.
But I'm really thinking, and it's like, you give it to Kyle. I mean, she's been
Yes,
on since season 1. Most women cannot say that. I don't know if
yes.
any can
No, currently,
currently, but she's still going.
yeah.
So it's rightfully so
I
hers.
also thought of LVP popped in my mind too.
I'm not against it,
Yeah. I mean, look, so she housewife, she was OG
but
on
before
Beverly
Kyle,
Hills. Yeah, that would be
they'd have to set the criteria. They have to say this is how you qualify
yeah.
to satisfy Kyle. Otherwise, it
Yeah.
becomes a problem.
Yeah, that's very true. But yeah, like she Vanderpump Rules, one of the greatest spinoffs on Bravo network
And they're getting
history.
another one.
They're
Did
getting
you
another
know? I did
season.
not know they were filming
Oh
a new
yeah. I
cast.
knew. Yeah, I feel like we talked about it on the show. It's a completely new cast. I have absolutely no interest in watching it. Granted, have not seen a trailer, have not seen anything. I just it's like you can't mess with the original
I know,
recipe.
I
Like I
know.
don't know.
But there is a theme here. Every time we say, I'm not going to watch that show, it turns out to be good. I am on record multiple times talking about not wanting to watch The Valley.
I know, and so
I
as am
used to say that
I.
about Summer House. I said that about Southern Hospitality. I said that about Next Gen NYC.
If they do Vanderpump Rules, I don't want a lot of Lisa, which they will put a lot of Lisa in it because she's the only returning face. I don't want a lot of Lisa. I don't what made a Vanderpump so perfect was that they were like know nothing 20-something-year-olds that were
Who's
just
my
trying
idea?
Rachel, these kids are too Instagram savvy. They are
Yeah,
too
that's
social
true.
media. Like
But
I just like the greenness and the naivete of our Stassi Schroeders and our Jax
you're
Taylors
right.
and the Kristens.
Those days
Like
are gone.
they're gone.
But
Like
can I make an argument for it?
yeah.
I guess they just started filming this, right?
Mhm.
If they stick to the same thing of these are the people who've been working here
Yeah.
and not
They casted them and then
employ a
employed
whole,
them.
which they
Yeah.
started to do towards the end,
Yeah.
and not just employ all these new people after the first year, then I can make an argument, or right when they announced that they were starting to film, I can make an argument that it can be that, because who knew that Vanderpump was going to go off the air?
Yeah.
And SUR's been open this entire time. Who knew that they would recast for a new season? Because they already tried to do it and it failed miserably.
Yeah.
So an argument can be made that these people have just been working because they're trying to make it in the business or they want a job. Because, I mean, when this started, SUR was a hot spot.
Yeah.
Who is going to eat dinner at SUR right now?
No,
And it's not because it's bad. It's just like,
it's
who's
had its
going?
moment.
Now, do you think Peter's still working there?
Oh, I definitely think Peter's still working there.
So he'll be on the show.
Which is another reason why I don't think I'll be tuning in.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna break the streak here. I'm gonna watch it. We're gonna have to watch it.
I'm talking all this shit. I'm definitely watching it.
And you know who for sure is watching it? Callie Curry.
Oh, I was gonna say Callie.
Callie Curry is
everything under the sun.
Tapped in.
How that woman has time,
and I have a feeling
know.
you guys will be too. That is it for us on our news version of Morally Corrupt. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. Make sure you guys tune in with us. First, watch everything that's going on this week. OC is back. I cannot wait to talk about OC.
I've been enjoying the first 2 episodes were great.
Two. Am I behind?
Oh, you're behind, yeah. We had the premiere.
Oh, I did watch the second episode.
And
I
then,
did watch the second episode.
What was it? The Hot Pot episode was the second episode.
Hot Pot? Maybe
when they got together at Hot Pot and Gretchen.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you
That
see
was
it?
the second one?
That was the second
Wow.
one. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
the first one ended at that retreat.
Retreat,
Okay.
yeah.
I am caught up, you guys. You guys catch up as well so we can talk all things of what's going on in Bravo this week. Until then, we'll see you guys Friday. Have a good week. Bye.